I promised you this crash out was coming. Before I start though, I would like to make one thing perfectly clear. I do not hate localization as a whole. Localization is a good thing, and it helps people discover things that they otherwise wouldn't have. The reason I even know about Youkai Watch is the fact that I watched the Dutch dub of the anime like around a decade ago. And I'm sure that if it weren't for that, I wouldn't be having the brain rot that I'm having today. Now that you know how pro-localization I am, let me talk about how the localization for Youkai Watch is absolute ass. Disclaimer, although the series being discussed is initially targeted towards kids, this video is not. If you are under the age of 18, I do not want you watching this video or any of my other videos. You have been warned. Okay, so, Youkai Watch. I've made a video about it a couple of months ago just to get the fact I have this brain rot off of my chest. Now that some time has passed though, I guess I could be considered a more seasoned fan now. I'll make an even more in-depth video about how bad my brain rot has gotten eventually. It will probably be even worse by then. But I've been seeing videos lately talking about a particular situation. And it is a situation that I have quite a few opinions on myself. For some context, back in May there was a controversy on Twitter because, of course it's on Twitter, but basically some fan made a Switch port of the second Youkai Watch game because the only Youkai Watch game with a Switch port so far is the first. This applies for both regions, by the way. But that project did get shut down by level 5, and the company made a statement about how they are not okay with this stuff because it is a violation of their copyright, and that they will take legal action when they see fit. I have some opinions. One, it is super ironic that level 5 cares about copyright now, when the company has replaced most of their workers with AI, and not even any AI, but Stable Diffusion, which Stability AI is currently going through a lawsuit related to copyright, which will continue by 2027. And Stable Diffusion is also known to have a track record of indiscriminately scraping data. 2. Let's put it in the perspective of the pirates, which, to clarify, I am not defending them, I'm just seeing where they're coming from. The Nintendo 3DS eShop is no longer supported, meaning that the only way you can really buy the games is physically. Which is, I guess, fine for the first 2 games. I did my research. It is normal prices. But the third game is, look, I may be a Youkai Watch fan, but I am not willing to spend like console price on a video game. I think that anyone would agree that's absurd. Like I can buy several Nintendo Switches with those prices, okay? And that is just talking about the games that do have an English release in the first place. Youkai Watch 4 does not even have that. That game is Japan only. But again, here is the obligatory disclaimer that piracy is a crime. Crimes are bad, okay, but let's just say this meme exists for a reason and has been going around through this conversation for a reason. That being said though, I am sure that now you're watching this and looking at the title and then you're like, okay, Safa, that sounds cool and all, but what does that have to do with the localization? To which I have to say, what else do you call the practice of making a thing from one region available and accessible to another? Oh, you thought this video was just gonna be me shitting on the name changes? To be fair, I guess that is a reasonable assumption to make, considering that I said this in my last Youkai Watch video. I'll be caught dead before I'm caught calling him by his localized name. But now that I am more exposed to the series, I can safely say, actually, The shitty names are the least of the localization's problems. That being said though, I'm still getting caught dead before I'm caught calling this a Nathan Adams, or this a Nathaniel, or this a Katie Forrester, or this a Haley Ann Thomas. Seriously, what is it with these names? The thing I'll especially not understand is the localization's decision to make the series set in America instead of Japan, which I can only imagine how awkward it must be for the localization when the third game came to be, which does half take place in America. They changed that to a fictional country though, named, get this, Barbecue. Or is it pronounced as BBQ? I don't know. I haven't actually played the English version of the game. It has even got its own anthem, and I think it would be very funny if this video gets like 50 likes and I'll make a cover of it. I'll even go through the trouble of learning how to compose music to make this. Anyway, the only positive thing I really have to say about the Youkai Watch localization is that I think that the opening is a bit of a banger. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more from me, consider subscribing if you haven't yet. I did recently reach my goal of 500 subscribers and I'm currently working on a special for that, so stay tuned. And if you wish to support me financially, my Ko-fi and Patreon are in the description. Recently, a series that is exclusively there, Safa Suffers, got a new episode, in which I read that one Jotakak doujinshi. Safa Suffers is generally a series where I look at shit that people on the internet have decided sucks, and I just give it a fair shot. I also have a shop on my Ko-fi, so if you're interested in that, you can go there too. Which reminds me, I still have to update that. Bye!